before we get going, I would like you guys to meet my new canoe. We have to give her a name. What's it gonna be? I've got it. Wild. W-I-L-D-E. Meet Wild, everybody. We've got a whole new angle now. Oh, yep. I totally know where I'm going. Today we are back in the Boundary Waters, just doing a little bit of camping. I know it's been so long since I have done a video, and I'm sorry, I feel bad, but I have been royally busy. You guys have no idea. Started my new job. I've started my private pilot licensure, and I'm still training for track and field. So between all of that, I have just not had a lot of time to do what I really want to do and just come out here and enjoy the woods. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. It is a brisk fall day up here in northern Minnesota. I love this weather because it means one thing: no bug. Which, if you've ever been up to any area like the Boundary Waters, you will know that the bugs are just simply terrible. So I'm gonna canoe for about 1.5 miles. We're gonna hit a river and we're gonna do some fishing. We're just gonna enjoy the day. That's all. That's literally all we're here to do, is enjoy the day and do some camping. It is the beginning of September and temperatures have dropped dramatically. If you recall, last time I was here, it was probably about between high 50s to mid 70s. That was back just about a month ago, a little more than a month ago in July. And now we're seeing highs of high 40s and low 50s and lows of almost freezing, which is wild, but makes me super excited for the rest of fall. I'm posted off of this weedy point, and in the fall, these big pike really like to gorge themselves on big lures. So I'm gonna try and throw around this massive swim bait for some early fall pike action. We'll see what we can get. In general, when you're canoeing, and this is helpful especially when you're with somebody else, but the power generally comes from the front and the steering comes from the back. When you're paddling solo like I am, you just want to sit in the back so you can maneuver the canoe. And it also looks kind of weird sitting in the front. So I'm pulling up onto a rock structure. I'll show you guys in a minute, but this is exactly what I'm looking for the fall pike. They'll sit on rocky points and shelves kind of by the lake basin and just push bait fish up and gorge themselves before winter. We have this big open lake and then these nice points of interest right here. Now I'm gonna cast probably right in between those two and just retrieve rather slowly and see if we get any bites. I like to upsize my baits in the fall just to give it a little bit more of a profile, because I do tend to fish slower. But a lot of people will tell you sometimes it's more productive to just use smaller baits. So if this big lure doesn't work out for us, then that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna go try this back cove here. I see some vegetation. We might be able to snag a pike or two. The wind is actually terrible, and I don't want to deal with it, so I am going to do as much as I can to pass by these islands quickly and stick to the shore. This is the crazy part about the wind. It's not even blowing that hard right now, but the canoe base is so wide that it catches all of the air, and I can only paddle on one side if I want to keep a straight heading. Makes one side of your body super tired, and the other side left with a lot to be desired. At least for me, the two worst things about camping in the summer are the heat and the bugs, both of which go away in the fall. You guys are gonna see a lot more of me camping outside in the colder months, because that's where I do best. The other really awesome thing about coming out here in the fall is the lack of people. Permits do have to be issued until October 1st, but nobody really goes out here after Labor Day. So I have a lot of this area to myself. Now in the summertime, I see a lot of pike in these channels. I don't really know if they stay here for the fall, but I'm willing to try because I have seen some pretty big pike come out of small channels like this. Oh, how you guys doing? Pretty good. Sorry, I didn't mean to block the way. Have a good one, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Yep. Yeah, I got a little YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, Colin Does Adventures on YouTube. Well, I kind of have a habit of doing that, saying something and then the exact opposite happening, or something very coincidental happening. Throwback to Alaska, where we talked about the bear and then the bear showed up. Talked about people and then people show up. That's what happens. We're just going to wait here for a little bit, wait while they pass. And we're going to continue on our way. A little breakfast action. It's about, what is it, 11? Yeah, 11:15. So, the banana peel, it's a good time to talk about leave no trace. A lot of people seem to think that food waste, while it is compostable, should be thrown away in the wilderness, which is not true. If you pack it in, you got to pack it out. Good rule of thumb is if it didn't grow there, you got to take it with you. For example, if I found a mushroom, I would be pretty comfortable throwing that into the woods. But this banana peel didn't grow here, so I'm going to pack it out. It seems a lot like common sense, but with the amount of trash I see, it's disappointing. Pick up your stuff, and I won't have a problem with you. All right, we're going to slowly continue down the river. Oh yeah, one of these days I gotta come out here and do like one of those bare minimum catch and cook survival things. But for now, I'm okay with this. Oh, looks like we're coming to some impassables. I'm just hoping we can cross this little beaver dam here. That would explain why there would be a lack of fish back here, from this lake at least. We are beached, but we can get out, trust. Scooch and pull. That's all we gotta do. Scooch and pull, and try not to knock the camera in the water. We've done that one too many times on this channel. I feel like wind is usually pretty good for pike fishing, so it's just not great for paddling. Oh Lord, that might be an unfortunate one right there. Ah, we got snagged. Oh, we're off. Let's go. Oh, pike. We're on, folks. I got popped out of that snag and he struck it. It's another small guy, unfortunately. Wow. But you can see, okay, maybe you can't see. You can see that these pike will eat things like up to half their size. That lure is not something that I would imagine this guy would eat, but that's pike for you. Rah! Yeah, those folks were clowning on me for using this lure, but you can catch all sorts of pike with it.
Oh, got hammered. Oh man, dude. Oh, you guys are not gonna believe this. It's not a pike. It's a bass. Woo! That is a nice smallie. Look at that, guys. Nice bass. Let him go. And we have this big, like, open flat right here, which is It's really good for predatory fish because they just... Oh my gosh! He hammered! I got hammered again. I'm not sure. I feel head shakes. What do we got? Oh, we got a big bass. That is a nice smallmouth. Wow. Look at him. That's probably a 3, 4, maybe 4 pound smallmouth right there. Nuts.
You don't catch large smallmouth like that often. At least I don't. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Yes, the North American lily pad. Very rare fish. You don't catch them too often, and they're delicious. Blah. Oh, we got a beaver dam. Wow, this is an amazing structure. I can't believe a beaver made this. It defies all civil engineering. I want to get the canoe too wet on the inside, because then my stuff gets wet, which is less than ideal. For a second, let's appreciate this marvel of civil engineering. Crazy. Beaver dam. Dam. It's so beautiful. Oh, a fork in the road. I think we turned that way. I'm actually not sure. This is the wrong way. Stop. This is the wrong way. We actually have to go the other way. Wow. That's pretty cool. Coming up on another beaver dam right here. We're probably gonna have to do something about that. I love beavers just as much as the next guy, but sometimes their dams are freaking annoying. No portaging necessary right there. Wow, we have got one heck of a beaver dam right here. Look at the water level difference. I don't really see a way to portage around this, so I'm just gonna go through it. These tough plastic canoes are absolute workhorses, so I'm not gonna damage it by dragging it over much. Also distributing the weight pretty evenly across everything, so not too concerned. As far as how I'm gonna get back up that, no idea. We'll cross that bridge tomorrow. We'll go up that dam when we get there. We're back. Here we are in the next lake. Sweet. Oh, we made it to the next lake in the series. I think I'm gonna try and find a campsite here. It's about 1:15, so it would be nice to just, you know, get a little campsite going and make sure we're settled in before we do much else. Well, welcome home. Beautiful, isn't it? This is going to be where we sleep tonight. I'm going to set up camp and get some lunch going. Tried and true, we brought the trusty bug net hammock. Can't say that I've had zero issues with this thing. Last time I was here, the mosquitoes were so bad they were biting through the bottom of the hammock. But that's not going to be an issue this time because I have seen maybe a couple mosquitoes. They're mostly all dying or hiding, which is good for Colin. I'm sure most of you know what this is. Birch bark. Burns like a candle. All you need is a tiny piece. You don't want it too big because then it's going to take forever to light and you're going to waste your fuel. Light this. Burns like that. And now shove it under. And then we can put a big piece of birch bark on and it'll go up in flames. I can step away from this and it will just light itself now. That's the great thing about birch bark. Boom, fire. While that fire gets going, we are going to start warming up some water. We don't need to boil it because this is already filtered. But I'm going to I don't know, probably maybe 2 cups. Put that on the old grate. I got to go filter some more water. I do get asked quite often, Colin, how are you comfortable drinking water that looks like this? And I'm not, if it's just like this. I'll show you exactly what I do. I have this platypus water filter. It's a gravity-fed water filter. And all I have to do is connect the tube, and we're going to start filtering clean water. So I'll usually hang this on like a tree, like this one right here. Hang this on a tree, and then I'll put this end into my water bottle after siphoning a little bit. Go do something else for 4 minutes, and then I'll have a full water bottle. And just to show you, there's the dirty water. Very clean. And if you look inside, it even loses some of that brown tinge. The fact that it's brown isn't actually the dangerous part, that's just the tannins in the water. The bottoms of certain lakes leach tannins into the water from decomposing plants, and it just stains the water a bit brown. It's not dangerous to drink. You do have to filter it though, because there's other nasty stuff in that water that you don't want to drink. Things that will make you poop relentlessly. Alright, it's about 2 p.m. For lunch today, I'm just going to do something real simple. Just some dehydrated mashed potatoes. These are awesome, by the way. All you gotta do, open the package, dump it in some warm water, and you've basically got yourself some lunch. And pack out your trash. Mix that around. Hopefully it's warm enough. If it's cold, I'm gonna be disappointed. No, it's warm. Boom, we got lunch. Alright guys, it is time to go fishing again. I'm still on the lookout for one of those massive northern pike. We caught a couple today, this morning. They weren't exactly what I was looking for. Let's just say that. So we're gonna put some more time on the big swim bait. Very windy. Ooh, hoo, hoo. We got it undone, but we lost one of our hooks in the process. So I don't want the smoke with whatever that is, so I'm gonna pack it in and head back to camp. It looks like we might be in for some weather. Well, the rain has let up and it is about 5 o'clock, so I'm gonna start making some dinner. For dinner tonight, I brought along an absolute Colin classic, ramen, spaghetti, and meatballs. I got a lot of people asking why I didn't just use a box of pasta for my ramen noodle spaghetti and meatballs. First of all, if I used pasta, it wouldn't be ramen noodle spaghetti and meatballs. And second of all, ramen noodles are so much easier to cook than regular pasta. Regular pasta probably takes 9-10 minutes of actually boiling water. Ramen noodles, you could soak it in cold water for 20 minutes or just pop it in some hot water for 2. And that's why ramen. Forgive me, these noodles are a little crushed. It's not like we're cooking for the queen here. Pack out your trash. Get that fire going a little bit with some birch. Just gonna let that stew for a second. Yum. All right, now this next detail is important. See how the noodles aren't done yet? We gotta put the meatballs and the sauce in before the noodles are done. Reason being is the sauce and the meatballs still have to warm up all the way. If you wait until the noodles are cooked to add the meatballs, by the time the sauce warms up, the noodles are falling apart. So now we can just keep this on. All right, I think we're just about there. Delightful. There we have it. More spaghetti and meatballs. Delish. Yep. Very foggy. Well, it seems like everything has calmed down on the water, so I'm gonna go back out and we're gonna keep trying for that big pike. Optimistic. Whoa! Did you guys hear that one? That was awesome. You got me in the weeds. Wow, that's a big guy. It's not a small pike. Not bad at all. Look at that, guys. Look at that, guys. What a fish. Probably about 25, 26. Let's get a release on him. Oh boy. Yeah, we gotta go. It just started raining immediately. All right, I'm getting back to camp. It is getting windy and rainy. All right. Wow, it is coming down. That's I want to get like my tarp situated because it is not protecting my gear right now. That came in quick. Let's hope it clears up by tomorrow. Whew. Well, everybody, check out the calm after the storm. I'm gonna go back fishing because why not? Wow, the water is actually glass now. Look at that. It actually turned into a perfect time to throw around a swim bait. This rock just looks oddly fishy. Ooh, I was right. It was fishy. The rock was fishy. Not a pickerel, but a SMB, baby. SMBs, ooh. Well, there's a little smallmouth. Oh. All right, it's time to head in. Maybe get a fire going. Warm up a bit. Should end the day by a nice warm fire if we can get one started. What do we think about that? Alrighty. Uh-oh. Well, everybody, it is dark, it's late, it's getting cold. I think I'm just gonna sit by the fire for a little bit and then put up the camera and head to bed. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. We're gonna have an awesome extraction day tomorrow. Good night, guys. Oh, good morning, everybody. It is about 5:30 right now, and it's almost time to get on the water. I have a little fire going, and I'm gonna pack up camp, and then we'll get on the water. All right, everybody, I am almost all packed up. Let's get on the water. All right, let's head out. It's a beautiful day on the lake. Now that to me is just impressive. Wow. Awesome. And that, my friends, is the advantage of not using a Kevlar canoe. You can just drag this thing anywhere. You might scratch up the bottom, but it is not fiberglass and it's not Kevlar, so you're still gonna float. Beaver dams are really just marvels of engineering. I cannot believe that a tiny mammal just builds those things. That's ridiculous. Oh, look, a beaver. He's carrying stuff. He's gonna splash me. Hey, Mr. Beaver. Oh, I didn't mean to ruin your progress. Here's beaver dam number 2. We're back. And we crossed. Well, fishermen, if you've ever wondered what you keep breaking off on, this is definitely it. This is the root of a lily pad plant, and you can see just how ridiculously giant and heavy this thing is. It also looks really weird. Lily pads are actually really cool plants. That root just embeds itself into the ground, and then the lily pads spring up and float to the surface. Obviously, the plant needs sunlight to produce food. I think it's pretty interesting that lily pads evolved the way they did. Out here in these back waterways, I haven't seen too many signs of fish. And I think that's because both ends of this waterway are barricaded by beaver dams. So I imagine there's a much lower concentration of fish here as on either side of the beaver dams. Check that out. Cool. Okay, third and final beaver dam. It's a little chute off to the side. I can just drag along this portage over here. Whoa. Whew. I think we can ramp this one, guys. What do you think? I think we can just straight up ramp it. Right on this part. Let's go. Woo! We ramped it. Oh, we got stuck. It is 7:52. My guess is that we get back by 8:45. I have been blessed with pretty good wind today. There's not a lot of wind, and any wind at it is coming at my back. So actually, this is pretty ideal. Howdy. Ooh. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. I put out content like this all the time. That said, I've got a super long drive home. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you guys in the next adventure. See ya.